This is my first trip to India.
Very first trip to India.
It is my first visit.
It is our first trip here.
We had to explore the real India.
It was very packed. It was a very ambitious itinerary.
And two very different experiences.
I was expecting to see a huge country with lots of people.
Nature, animals.
Variety of palaces and the tigers.
Something very extraordinary, something I have not seen before.
So I was expecting to see a lot of really new stuff, which I did.
The lodge is in a little remote area. If you remember, during our drive we went through an area where there were so many other hotels and lodges. That was the other side of the park. There's about 50 lodges on that side. We have about 10 on our side, so we have a bigger advantage of being a little more quiet in the park. If the electricity goes, it takes a minute or 2 minutes to turn it on. So it's always good to have a torch handy if you guys have one. There is usually at 6:30 every evening there's a flying squirrel that comes through. It's just like something that is done for the last 5-7 years. It changes with the sunset times usually. So if you're here at 6:30, we will show it to you. It flies just about here.
Look in the second row. Can you see it going up? Okay, there.
Nice, big. It can glide up to 100 meters. Yeah, it's moving now.
This is going to fly.
Oh, wow.
Well, so much for that.
I don't know where you
This is Indraveet. He's our principal naturalist guide while we're in the national parks in India. And he guides all over different national parks, but specializes also here in Kanha and Bandhavgarh. And this is Vinoid. He is from the local community. It's really great to have two levels of guides, particularly, especially, helping support the local community to support tiger conservation through guide training. All right, off to the tigers. Tigers! Let's go.
Go for it.
Go Tigers!
The parks were just beautiful. It was just beautiful to ride around them, particularly early in the morning with the sun coming up and kind of the mist around the fields was just a very special experience.
All the animals, were just coming to life, and we could spend almost 4 or 5 hours with them.
I love the jungle. I love the sound of the jungle and the smell of it.
They were looking at it, turned away.
The birds are beautiful. I've never seen birds like these, particularly the Indian roller.
Every time I see one, it's just an amazing experience because they're just so beautiful when they fly and the sunlight catches that blue color. It's wonderful.
Actually, I love seeing the owls. So for some reason, getting up close to the owls and seeing them, I'm kind of fascinated by owls, and so I really enjoyed seeing those.
The lesser adjutant stork I thought was a great sighting. I really enjoyed that.
Yes, we actually saw a sloth bear that crossed the street and crossed the road and then stood up and scratched its back on the bark of the tree and walked off, and the Jeep went by and just kind of looked at us for a little while and then took off. So that I later on heard it was a very rare sighting, so we were very lucky.
You know, monkeys in India are everywhere, but still in the jungle, monkeys behave naturally. So you get to see how they really live.
Even though the spotted deer are probably the most common thing we saw, there wasn't a time that I saw them that I didn't enjoy seeing them.
And it's awesome to see them all in their own natural environment. So it was a very amazing, precious experience.
I think when you are in the jungle and you prepare yourself for meeting with nature and meeting with the animals, staying at a place which is sort of rustical. It's part of the way you're supposed to travel when you come to see nature and to see the animals.
The jungle lodges were very, very nice.
The setting, the location of the lodges is second to none. They're beautiful locations, beautiful facilities, wonderful food.
Do you feel that you are really part of the nature when you stay in these lodges?
We would love to see tigers and tigers and tigers, but we were hoping to see at least one.
Well, we prayed we'd see tigers every day.
The emotions and the adrenaline when you travel and you're searching for the tiger and you're listening to the signals and you're listening to the voices of the animals.
We try to hear the alarm call, because alarm call is another main parameter to tell us about any predators around in that area. And more important is when alarms is transferring from one prey species to another prey species, then we get more confidence about that something is a big prey is moving.
And then all of a sudden you're in the middle of the road and here's this guy.
It was very exciting because it was coming right at us and it wasn't going to stop. So we had to keep backing up. She was magnificent. Beautiful, beautiful.
It was awesome. I just saw my first tiger and she was really close and she was coming right at us. So it was an awesome experience, just magical, amazing.
I got goosebumps on my arms. It was just amazing to see those big cats in the wild. They're such magnificent animals.
My heart was pounding. It was like out of my chest, and it stayed that way for quite a while. It's so exciting, and you can tell that everybody is anxious about the moment.
And to see her looking right at us, walking towards us, and how graceful she was, and she didn't even care that we were there.
You feel like you're a guest and he's the master.
We didn't expect her to stay on the road, but she did. And so she came walking toward us ever so slowly, and we kept backing up, and I was thinking, well, how much more can we back up?
And when it was started walking, you could see that it was actually laying in some mud, discolored, but on on its face, it had amazing coloring. It actually reminded me of domestic cats at home, just a lot larger.
I think we really got a wonderful idea of, how magnificent these animals are, and the fact that they really should be protected.